Well, good morning, everybody. This morning, I'm coming to you from over here in South Carolina, and I'm going to be getting on the foothill trails over here at the Jumping Branch access, and going to be hiking back toward Oconee State Park, which, as you can see from the sign here, it's 4.6 miles away. Now, I don't know if I'm going to hike all the way to the park and back or not, because apparently, I'm on this section. There are some side trails going to waterfalls and such, and I think I'm going to take some of those side trails, so I don't know if I'll make it all the way back to the state park or not, but I've never hiked this section. This is be another new section for me of the Foothills Trail. This is the very first section of the Foothills Trail, coming from Oconee State Park over here. So if you start over here, this will be the first section that you will conquer. But I'm going to start hiking down through here and see what all kinds of sights I'm able to see today. Well, we got a little bit of a view right here, as you can see over through there. Little bit of a view off in the distance. You can see those hazy mountains. But so far, the trail's been absolutely wonderful. It's been fairly level. Of course, I'm just about a half of a mile in, but it's been wonderful hiking so far. Absolutely beautiful morning. I mean, it's just beautiful morning over here. Cool temperatures, bright sunshine, and good hiking so far. Well, I've made it into an awesome rhododendron tunnel through here. Pretty long one too. So that's pretty cool. This trail, I mean, it's just been so far, it's just been wonderful hiking. I mean, it's easy on your feet and no obstacles at all. Of course, y'all heard me blab about their wonderful trail maintenance over here on the Foothills Trail. And there was actually a trail maintainer went walking in ahead of me. Had a saw on his back and everything, so I guess he's out scouting the trail. Let's see if there might be anything down, fresh or whatever. But great hiking so far. Really enjoying this morning. I've been hiking the last 2 days, and they've been pretty strenuous hikes. Rough terrain and pig trailing and so forth. So this is a welcome change today. Today's probably going to be the last day this weekend I'll be hiking, because I think I'm going to take a full day tomorrow to rest. So this is a welcome through here. Well, I made it to the first water crossing along this trail, and you know what that means. I'm going to get down there and fill my water bottle up. There I am on these mountain streams, so we'll make my way down here, fill my water bottle up, and then get back to hiking. Got a nice little stream flowing right along the side of the trail here. Nice, cool little area through here. Now I've just came to the first on this section of one of the many campsites along the Foothills Trail. And man, you can see right here is one of these huge trees I'm always harping on that's on this trail. I mean, that is a big old tree. But if we go on down here, you can see this campsite. This is a fairly large campsite here. You can actually go to the left. There's an area over here, and the stream's over in the laurels over there running through. And on over here, we've got another big area right alongside the creek. It's got the fire ring and all over here, but this is a big area, big camping area. With water right here. But like this one, some of these camping areas are really, really nice. Lots of room. I mean, several campers could camp here if you're, backpacking and got a group of folks. This would be the one to have here. Plenty of room to stretch out, as they say. But some awesome mushrooms here growing out of this tree. But I just thought I'd walk down here and show you one of these campsites so you can get an idea of what they're like along the foothills. And there's a lot of them, and the good thing about it is at each campsite they put a sign up telling you how much further it is into the next campsite. So I think the next campsite going north from this one is the Lick Log campsite, and I think it said it was 4.7 miles to that one. So just gives you an idea how much further you have to reach another one, so you can make the decision if you want to hike that far or stay here. But this is a nice campsite. Well, I just saw Taz over here on the trail. If y'all recall, when I was over here last week filming from Sloan Bridge, Taz had left some trail magic along that trail. But he's actually over here today doing some trail maintenance. There's a dead pine tree had fallen across the trail, and he was cutting it out of the way. So he's part of the trail maintaining crew that does such a wonderful job over here. He also runs a shuttle service, so keep him in mind if you're going to be through hiking the Foothills Trail and you're going to need a shuttle. He's the man to call. He's a real good guy. Does a lot for the hiking community. So just if you need a shuttle, just search under Google for Foothills Trail shuttle services, and he'll be right there. Taz, T-A-Z. Well, we got another little bit of a view here off to the left. Pretty good view. Just one little open window right here to see it over there, but Nice little place to stop and take it in. Well, I've came to an intersection here. The Foothills Trail continues on that way, and there's about an overgrown side path right here. It says it goes to the Long Mountain Fire Tower. So I think I'm gonna venture up through here. I don't know how far it is. The old sign, as you can see, just says Long Mountain Tower with a arrow pointing in this direction. There is a cell phone tower right there. Another kind of, looks like a radio antenna there. But I'm going to venture down through here. You know, usually where there's a fire tower, there's some really good views. Hopefully it's not too far. I can get used a whole lot, but it's pretty well grown over. But we'll go check it out. See what you can see out here. Well, the trail, if you can call it that, it's pretty much a bushwhack. I mean, you can tell there's been an old trail there. Just don't like anybody travels it anymore. But it finally just got to the point I couldn't follow it any further. It got grown over with briars, so I just came straight out of here, and there's a gravel road here, and I'm sure this goes to the fire tower. So I'm gonna hike up through here and see what we can find. Oh yeah, I see it right there in the distance. The Long Mountain Fire Tower. We'll walk on over there closer. See if we got a view out the front of it. Well, unfortunately, there's not a view around here, which is a little odd. Usually these fire towers, it's all cleared off around where they're at, and you can actually see without getting up on the actual tower itself. This one you can't get to. They've got it all fenced and locked down. Of course, it looks like the steps and all are made out of wood, so they may be getting a little on the rotten side, probably. It'd be dangerous to try to climb that thing, if you even could. You know, a few years ago, it was open over here. People were actually going up there, you know, taking photos and such, but not today. But it really doesn't look like even up there you would have a good view, because the trees are grown up almost as tall as the tower is. Well, anyways, a little short spur trail up here to see that. I was hoping for a good view, but that didn't happen. I'm gonna make my way back through the briars, back to the Foothills Trail. Luckily it's only less than a quarter of a mile back. So, hey, look at that. Looks like an old water pump. Broken. Pretty cool. Yeah, let me see if I make my way back to the Foothills Trail. Well, I made it back to the Foothills Trail from the fire tower. So I'm going to continue on around through here. That was quite the adventure up through that old trail. Got my old legs good and cut up from all the briars. So anybody going to come over here and with intentions of seeing that fire tower, you might ought to wear long pants, because like I said, that trail just goes up there and it pretty much turns into nothing but a briar patch that you have to wade through. So keep that in mind if you're gonna come over here and see that. As you see here, we've got a really old sign for Oconee State Park. Looks like that says 2 miles. Just some of the really old sections of the trail. But I'm going to continue on down through here and see what else I can find. Ooh, well, I just had the heck scared out of me. Hey, me walking down through here and enjoying this peacefulness, and all of a sudden there was 2 deer standing right on the side of the trail, and I didn't see them. And they waited until I could nearly reach out and touch them, and blew big and loud and took off running. The man about scared me to death. Hey, me. Thought there for a minute I was going to have to get off the trail and clean my drawers out, but luckily I didn't have to do that. But man alive, that'll get your heart pumping. Beautiful deer though. One of them looked like a young buck, had about a 4-point rack on his head, looked like, or something. Beautiful deer. But they sure scared me good. Well, I just came down the trail right there and came out on this road. And this is the road to Hidden Falls. So, as you can see, here's the sign right over here. I think I'm going to go down through there and see if I can find it. The Foothills Trail continues on that way, going to Oconee State Park. But I think I'm going to make my way down through here and see if I can find a waterfall. I hiked yesterday trying to find one and couldn't, due to it just being too dangerous to try to get to them. So maybe I'll have better luck today. We will see. Well, finally, I have made it to Hidden Falls. And it's pretty awesome. I'm sure when we've had more rainfall, it's probably a lot more flow than this, but still, that's a pretty cool waterfall. I was beginning to wonder if I was ever going to make it down here. Google said up there when I first got on the trail heading down here that it was only 3/10 of a mile. But I can tell you it's a whole lot further than 3/10 of a mile. I'll try to look at my mileage counter when I start out of here and then look at it again up there at the end of the trail to just see how far it is down here. But I'm probably going to take a break here and eat a snack and probably start back. I don't think I'm going to go to Oconee State Park, because once I get back up there to where this trail turns off the Foothills Trail, it's like a mile and a half onto the park. I think I'm going to leave out of here and head back to the car, because it's already about 15 after 2, and I got to get back to the car, and then it's over an hour drive back home once I make it to the car. So this is probably going to be my turnaround spot for this adventure. Okay. So I just made it back up here to this old road bed where the Hidden Falls Trail turns off. Don't go by what Google tells you, because from right here Google will say that the falls is 3/10 of a mile. It's 1.2 miles just to get down there. So if you're hiking along the Foothills Trail and say, oh, I might want to take that side trail to see the falls, you don't believe what Google says. It's not 3/10 of a mile. You're going to be adding 2.4 miles to your trip going down there and back out just from this point. Keep in mind we still got to walk about 500 feet up this old road bed up there to get back on the Foothills Trail. So, but yeah, 1.2 miles from here to the falls. So 2.4 miles round trip. So I'm gonna work my way on up here and get back on the Foothills Trail and try to see how good a time I can make it to get back to the car, because I've still got quite the distance to cover. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, so I'm gonna be trying to smoke it back down the trail down through there to get to the vehicle. Okay, so I'm back up here to the Foothills Trail, and as you can see, the sign says it's 3.4 miles to Highway 107, and that's where I'm parked. So 3.4 miles to go. Of course, I should make this back a little bit quicker, because I won't be going to the little side trail to the fire tower like I did when I was coming earlier. So hopefully I'll make up this 3.4 miles pretty quick. We'll see. Well, as y'all can see, I am making it back to Highway 107 in the parking area. So this little expedition of the Foothills Trail from Jumping Branch access to the Long Mountain Fire Tower and then on to Hidden Falls and back is complete. And that was a great hike. Right now I'm sitting on 10.22 miles. And I tell you, I'm feeling every one of those steps. Dragging. But anyway, that was a great hike along the first section of the Foothills Trail. Like I said, if you start the Foothills Trail at Oconee State Park, this is the very first section from Oconee State Park to Highway 107. And beautiful section of trail, some views along the trail, plenty of water. It's not as wet as like the section I did last week from Sloan Bridge. You know, that section was just that lush green moss and, you know, all that the whole way. This trail's not like that, even though there is several water crossings and, you know, places to get water and so forth, but it's nothing like that lush green section, which is only 4 more miles or so on up the Foothills Trail until you get into that section. But anyway, I hope you all have had a wonderful day, and thank you all for following along with me on my adventure today. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.